Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of our fishing show. Anyways, this is another request episode, and as you can see, we are going to be talking about fluorocarbon. What is it? What does it do? How do I use it? How does it benefit me? Well, there's lots of different ways you can use it, and I will be going over the benefits. Anyways, as you can see, today we have a wide selection of brands that we can pick from fluorocarbon. I mean, you got Mamoy, Yozuri, they definitely have a lot to offer. Seagar is one of the big names. As you can see, Seagar offers many different kinds. I don't even have the whole Seagar product layout. Blackwater is another one. Unfortunately, I don't have any Blackwater in right now, so can't really display Blackwater, but definitely good stuff. So anyways, what is fluorocarbon? Well, fluorocarbon, you might think it's monofilament, but it's not. It's actually, yes, it is fishing line, fluorocarbon fishing line, okay, but don't think of it as monofilament. I mean, this stuff is definitely, in its own different category. It's basically a different material. Basically, it's a leader material. You can call it a leader material because that's where you're going to see it a lot, is fluorocarbon leaders. So what you have basically is a different material. Unlike monofilament, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a lot more clear than monofilament, and this is a 280-pound fluorocarbon by Seagar. And what this different material does is that it's not going to refract light as much as regular monofilament will. What you don't see is that, where's the hook? There's the hook. At the end of that knot, the little tag end there, there's going to be a lot of light reflecting through the monofilament into that knot, and that can kind of brighten up the knot a little bit with light, and sometimes that's a kind of bad thing to have, especially when the fishing is picky, especially with these bluefin. So as you can see, there's a lot of different types of fluorocarbon, and the most common is going to be in small spools like this. That's 25 pound, we have 30 pound, another 25, and over here we have 40 from Mamoy. You walk into a tackle shop, you're going to see a lot of this. However, when you're getting into the bigger fish, you're going to have bags like these, because what guys like to do is they like to make wind-on leaders. I'm not going to get into wind-on leaders today. That's a whole nother ball game there. But as you can see, when you're going after the bigger boys, you got a lot different stuff. And every company offers, different types of fluoro. I like the Seagar Premier, and I just kind of started using it. But before that, I really liked the Red Label. I'm not going to hesitate to get the Seagar Red Label. I mean, that's overall good stuff. They got the Invisix. That's more based towards freshwater guys, but that's also a good fluorocarbon line. And you might ask, why are there different colors? Well, Yozuri developed the concept of pink fluorocarbon. You can actually see it earlier than Yozuri. You have Andy monofilament. They had pink line. A lot of guys swear by pink Andy. And the benefit of the pink, a lot of people ask me, why pink? Why do you go pink? Well, okay. Well, the benefit of pink is that this is going to disappear a lot faster in the water column than anything else. Pink disappears at about 15 feet, so even if you have pink monofilament, the fish, it's harder for them to pick up on it because it disappears in the water column faster. So anyways, enough being said about that. We can put this aside, and you can ask, well, how do I fish it? Well, okay, this is how. I have basically two forms of fluorocarbon that I have set up here, two forms of fishing it. Basically right now, if you're going on your day and a half trips, targeting those bluefin that are hanging out there right now, I would strongly recommend a short, anywhere from 3 to 6 feet of a liter of fluorocarbon. I like to start out with an arm's length. I'm a pretty big guy, so that's 6 to 7 feet. And as you can see, that's tied to a 1/0 Mustad ringed demon circle hook. And for my connection knot, I use a uni to uni knot. I have a video on how to do that if you want to check that out. And this is pretty deadly on those bluefin right now because they're starting to get picky. A lot of guys are going to tie straight to the spectra. So I have a spool of spectra there that can simulate a reel. And as you can see, that's also a uni to uni knot for spectra to mono. It's tied a little bit differently than fluoro to mono, and I have that explained in a video why. But anyways, if you're tying to your spectra, you want to use considerably more. I use a minimum of 10 feet. Rarely I'll even use 10 feet. I like to go about 15 and 25 feet. And with the bigger stuff, a lot of guys, they're going to mount, well, not mount, but they're going to tie on and wind on this whole leader. And that's 25 yards. And they're going to use that whole thing. And why you want more is because spectra, it's not going to stretch, it's not going to flex, so you're going to have a lot of shock there from the fish. You'll feel it from head shaking.